Hello, and welcome to another episode of Imminent Hauls, a series where I kind of show off a bunch of stuff I've bought recently that all kind of have a similar theme and wouldn't really justify a video in themselves. And today I have two rather full bags, actually. So recently, as you can probably tell, I went to London twice. So these are actually from separate trips. I went about a month ago to see My Chemical Romance in Wembley Stadium. Hands down, probably the best gig I've been to in my life. And on the day after, we went to Camden, which is a really cool part of London. And of course, the Bandai Namco store there is there, and so is the Gundam base, which is a permanent fixture now. So bought some stuff in the Gundam base London. And then 2 weeks ago, I went back to London to see Death Note, the musical, in the Barbican Theatre, which is also great. Honestly, if you happen to be in London before like September, I think it ends, and in that area, I recommend going and see it. It's really fun, actually. And the day after, of course, we went to Camden again. Basically, I did the same thing again. And I kind of realised that I'd built up a few things that I was waiting to do a video on, and so I've ended up with more things. Most of this is going to be gachapons and trading cards, but we'll take a look at what's in each bag. Actually, and there's a couple other things, actually, as well, that aren't really as mysterious, so I will pull those out now. This is probably going to be a long video, I'll be honest. I'll pull the other two out. Alright, I've actually gone ahead and emptied those bags now, just to make this a better flowing video. So, we're going to begin with something that isn't exactly a blind box, but sort of is. So, recently in my local B&M Bargains, shout out if you're in the UK and you've been to one of those, they sell kind of cheap things. I noticed loads of these here, so they are Naruto Shippuden minifigures, basically. So if we take a look at the back, I kind of got a little bit interested in these, a little bit fascinated. So there are 18 Shinobi to collect. However, it's actually 14, because these are the rare ones. So they come in packs of essentially 4. Again, let's ignore the rare ones for a second. And then one of these is a rare one. So they seem to have all 4 of these packs in B&M Bargains. So I've kind of systematically worked out. Now, those of you with eagle eyes will notice I actually have a double here, and that is Sage Mode Naruto. I will go ahead and open these in a second, but I thought I'd explain them just for a second. So, on the back, as you can see, there are 2 versions of Naruto, Sage Mode and regular, and there's 2 versions of Sasuke, regular and Sharingan and Rinnegan. No, those are just Sharingans, actually, sorry. Enabled. Which means that in this set, there's actually 2 Narutos and 2 Sasukes, and the 4th pack of these 5 packs, of Volume 1, I've just noticed actually, so I guess they're going to do a Volume 2 if these sell well enough. The other pack I didn't actually end up buying because it came with a double of Tobi, a different version of Naruto, a different version of Sasuke, and then Orochimaru. Now, I like Orochimaru, and the collector part of me was kind of saying like, oh, just take the hit, man, you'll have all of the whole collection then. But these were about £10 each, which, to be honest, if you'd seen my previous Imminent Hauls video, actually, I did open the reanimation casket, which was also a Naruto Shippuden thing, and I got Minato, well, zombie Minato, technically. So that was £5. So in comparison, these work out at £2 each. Now, I have a theory also for this video. I think, even though they are a rare hidden figure, I think it's seeded. So, for example, the pack with Sakura and Jiraiya is going to have one of these 4. And then the pack with Kakashi and Itachi is going to have another. The one with Hinata and Pain is going to have another one. So basically, I think I'm going to have 3 out of the 4 rare ones. And I'm really just going to be missing like 5 out of the collection, which I'm fine with. Because honestly, this covers basically all of my favourite Shippuden characters, at least in this lineup. If there's more Akatsuki members, I am going to keep an eye out for Volume 2, actually, because I would love to have like the whole Akatsuki. That would be cool. Anyway, I'm not going to cut to opening these. I'm just going to straight up open them. Because, just in case I accidentally reveal this or something. So this is probably the weakest of the setup. But I really wanted Jiraiya and Tsunade. The reason I consider this kind of weak is I have another Sage Mode Naruto. Sakura I'm not, wild on. But I'm just going to open this up. So this is actually by the company PMI, Kids World. Are the kids into Naruto? Actually, I say that. I have seen a few, younger people walking around with, Naruto hoodies and stuff. Okay, cool. So it does stay good. So that is covering whoever it is. So let's just pull these out. Okay, that is the best I'm going to get. That was frustrating. Her legs are really rubbery and her feet are tiny. So getting them into the stand that she comes with was not easy. I'll demonstrate. So Naruto can almost stand on his own, actually. Okay, his legs are already kind of fitted more apart. She was impossible. Let's see if Naruto's okay today. That didn't even take me 20 seconds. That was incredible. Okay, I'm not even going to pick up Sakura because I think she's just going to fall off the base. But we'll take a look at Naruto. And honestly, for £2, this is pretty good. So, personally, apart from the six-tailed beast form, genuinely I think this is my favourite form of Naruto. It's really cool. I know red and orange don't exactly go perfectly together. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed with the face and everything as well. It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look amazing. And I'm sure there are, prize figures that have better detailing, but for this scale that's not bad, honestly. I'm loving this scroll. I love the stance and stuff. That is really cool. That was my favourite so far out of 2 figures, so I guess that's not hard. Okay, Tsunade I'd say was about mid difficulty in terms of putting her on the base. She did eventually fit, but the face isn't quite as there. I like the pose and everything, and they do have her proportions correctly. And I do like the flowing cape. Always a fan of that. Honestly, for a minifigure, I will absolutely take that for £2. It doesn't look bootleg bad or anything. It just kind of looks small scale, level. And now let's pick out the GOAT. The one that everyone's here for, apart from Sage Mode Naruto, but it's kind of fitting to have them in the same pack, really. Alright, here is Jiraiya. Honestly, not too bad. The base is a little bit weird, because it kind of fits in between the 2 raised parts of his sandals, but not bad overall. That foot is interestingly painted. I mean, the details aren't huge, but it's kind of, to be expected. He is doing the kind of, I think it's a summoning jutsu, I guess, because or did he have access to fireball jutsu? I can't remember, but that is Jiraiya. So now is the exciting time, because we're going to see who the rare figure is. Let's see, who could it be? Okay, so of all 4 of them, I actually don't want Minato the most, because obviously I already got him from the resurrection capsule thing. It will be a different version of him, technically. The nine-tail cloak form of Naruto will be incredible. Obito will be cool. Young Kakashi. I think that's young Kakashi, or maybe that's War Kakashi. I can't quite tell. But that will be cool too. Let's reveal it together, shall we? How do you open this? Do I pull it out? Oh, hang on. It's Minato. Okay then, cool. Right, I'll go and build him. Actually, you know what? He's not too bad. It's probably on the same level as the Resurrection Capsule one. I will say, I do kind of like that they've given him the Jonin cloak. Is it Jonin, Chunin? I can't remember what rank it is now, but they get where they get the cloak. So it's kind of like it's early Minato, because the one from the Resurrection Capsule is, of course, him in the iconic 4th Hokage cloak. But no, it's kind of cool to see a different version of Minato. The face is a bit meh, but hey, it is very clearly him. I'm going to move these guys to the side now, and we'll open the next pack. Alright, the next one is Kakashi, Sasuke, Itachi, and Gaara. Let's see, so that was themed, I reckon, to be Minato, because, like, Jiraiya and Naruto, I don't know, maybe like there's a hint as well, because one of the Hokage in Tsunade was there. Who knows? We'll find out. Ooh, Kakashi's already fallen. Okay, that's a bad sign. However, his base is still here, so that's good. That's actually a pretty decent Kakashi. So he's doing his copy technique. And honestly, the paint, actually, as well. I'm kind of impressed on the legs here. It looks a bit glossy, but, like, it's very different to his cloak and stuff up here. He does look a little bit wet, I will say. But I mean, the hair they've kind of got, again, for like such a cheap and like small, like small scale figure, he doesn't look bad. Also, I mean, it makes sense that they'd show both of his eyes because obviously he's using his Sharingan to copy. But yeah, that's really cool. Next up is Sasuke, and unfortunately, I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but they have given him a blade. Now, for those of you who have never had the misfortune of opening up a figure made out of PVC with a blade or something that has to be straight and is long, they never actually do that. Thankfully, you can kind of put it against the like tassels of his waist thing. I'm not sure what to call it, but it kind of keeps it straight. Honestly, he's not bad. The face weirdly reminds me of Ace from One Piece. Looks almost like him. Hair is fine. Got the Uchiha symbol on the back, which looks pretty good. We got like the sheath and stuff as well, so there is quite a decent bit of detail here. Not bad. It's just like it's an unfortunate pose. You know, that blade is going to bend over time. That took way longer than I'd like to admit. His face actually doesn't look too bad. This might be one of the best ones so far, because the flow of the cape is really cool as well. And we've even got a little manufacturing thing there. That's very nice. But yeah, honestly, he actually kind of looks like one of the best of them. I always really like the kind of one-armed kind of thing. Now, and I catch a lot of flack here, I never particularly cared all that much about Itachi in Naruto. Not that I disliked him or anything, and I feel like, you know, later on, after his resurrection and everything, like, he was more of a sympathetic character, I think, definitely during, like, the war arc, seeing the flashbacks and whatnot, but I don't know, he was never like one of my favourite Akatsuki members, really. Right, on to the last one of this pack. And actually one of my favourite characters from Shippuden in general, and that is Gaara. I was never a big fan of him in the original Naruto series, but honestly, like, Shippuden really like made him an interesting character. I love all the little details and stuff on his sand gourd. That's really cool. Yeah, I think Shippuden really made him a very interesting character. Kind of like his turn from sort of misunderstood / slightly evil, child into like a leader who takes his role very seriously. Why is that not focusing? Alright, let's move those to the side and let's reveal who this is going to be. If this is Minato again, I'm actually going to lose it. But I think, as I said before, I think everything's seeded. Yo! Okay, it is Beast Cloak Naruto. I am going to go put him on a stand. Okay, he's pretty cool. Now, admittedly, the hair and everything, like, it looks a little bit weird, I think, because his headband is the same colour as his hair. It looks a little bit like he has two weird ears at the back. But all the markings and stuff are pretty darn good, to be honest. They don't continue all the way. I feel like they do in the anime, or maybe I'm wrong. He's a little bit basic, but to be fair, they have toned the painting somewhat. So he is actually... He's not just a block of yellow. Honestly, not bad. Like, I'm glad I have him. Because, as I said, that is my other favourite form of Naruto. Shocking, I'm sure I'm the first person to say that. But honestly, not bad. Right, let's get on to the third pack. Alright, the third pack is Hinata. We've got a double again. We've got Pain and Toby. So I'm going to open this, try and be careful as well. Let's see. So, basically, we'll be missing one of the... I really hope we get Obito. But I absolutely know we're just going to get Kakashi. It'll probably be Anbu Kakashi, maybe? Although he does have his Sharingan. Yeah, no, he was... So yeah, so he joined the Anbu when he was a child, but then he got his Sharingan from when Obito died, didn't he? So, yeah, he could still be an Anbu member with a Sharingan, but maybe it is War Kakashi. These are so difficult to get out. Jesus. Okay, Hinata's really cool, but she has a very bright blue band on her, like, hair. I know it's meant to signify maybe the shine of, you know, like silky black hair, but it doesn't exactly work. It looks like she just has a weird, like, bit of jewellery or something on. Also, oh god, hang on, her foot's come off again. You know what, I'm just going to leave it. It doesn't port in, but it is a very, very shallow one, because she's kind of standing on, you know, tiptoes. Right, I'm not going to pull out Sage Mode Naruto, I'm just going to pull out Toby, because we've already seen Sage Mode Naruto once. Hey, it's my boy. I love Toby. So, I don't actually have a statue of Toby or anything. He was my favourite Akatsuki member before the reveal. I mean, he still kind of is now. He's a very basic figure, to be honest. Like, don't even have hands. I mean, he does have hands, obviously. Who is behind the mask? You'll have to watch. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, there's a little bit of a scarring kind of to his face, which would make sense. Unless that's just a print line or something, I don't know. But yeah, very basic figure, but that is kind of what got me to buy this in the first place. So I was like, oh my god, it's Toby! I love Toby! And I love Sage Mode Naruto as well. So like, oh, I'll pick up this pack, and then it led me to buying the other ones. Right, let's get Pain out. You know why they call him Pain? Not because he was hard to put on the stand, actually. He went on really easy. And there he is. Honestly, he might look one of the best, I think. Face-wise and detail-wise and everything, and hair. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Like, the pose is a little bit weird, a little bit goofy if you're not used to Naruto. You might be like, what the hell is he doing? Obviously, he is charging... Is it Heavenly Push, Almighty Push, I think, was his kind of like big jutsu thing. His cloak's a bit shinier than Toby's. Oh, actually, no, I don't think it is. Yeah, he looks really cool. Right, we'll move these to the side. As I said, I will pull Sage Mode Naruto out later. I'll give it to a friend of the channel, Tim. If you're watching this, you're going to be getting a Naruto soon. Let's see, who is it? Please be... it's Kakashi. It's Anbu Kakashi. Of course it is. Which I think basically means my theory was correct in that they're all mystery ones, but they are seeded. So if you buy the pack with Toby and Pain, you're going to always get Anbu Kakashi. Okay, he looks pretty cool. The outfit's nice. We've got his tattoo and everything as well, and his sword. Fortunately, it is a little bit, you know, ski-whiff, but I don't think I'm ever going to be able to straighten it fully. Yeah, I mean, he looks pretty good. Pretty standard, but, you know, I do like at least that the two I was least hyped about, Minato and him, do come in outfits you don't often see them in. Anbu Kakashi is really cool. The Anbu outfit is just, like, pretty cool. Right, that is all of them, as you can see here. So I'm going to now grab other stuff. Hey, there they are all together. Honestly, it's a pretty cool ensemble. I am glad I bought these. They're not like the highest quality, but they're pretty decent. Also, taking us into the next theme, but not something I'm going to like open up or ever, but At the Gundam store in London, I also picked up an action base, which is kind of a translucent base thing that holds up Gunpla. I've been meaning to get some, and honestly, they're pretty affordable. At it was like £6 or something, so pretty decent. I also got a high-grade Rising Freedom Gundam recirculation colour / neon yellow. I just thought it looked really, really cool. So I haven't actually got to the series where Freedom Gundam appears. But, I mean, this is going to be in the back pocket. I kind of got it because it was a limited item as well. I love the colour palette. It reminds me a little bit of Rising Hopper from Kamen Rider 01. If you've seen that, that is pretty cool. But yeah, just thought I'd show that off. And that takes us neatly into some Gundam trading card booster packs. So I've opened 2 of these before. I specifically went for Dual Impact because that's the set I opened last time. I've only opened, as I say, 2 packs, so I thought I may as well just stick to the same set, and then I can at least fill out a bit of a binder with it, rather than just having like 1 pack from disparate series. I don't know what I'm looking for here. I did actually look into how to play the game. It does sound pretty cool. I've never sat down to like learn it or play with anyone. But let's go through it. I'm going to see if I... oh, that said vegan for a second. That is Vagan. I'm going to see if I recognise any of these. So that's a Baukto. Comrades Come First. Roy B. Loy. Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, it's a Nemo. There you go. That is an aquatic thing. So I want to say this series, one of the series Dual Impact covers is Zeta, which is my favourite of the Gundam series I've watched so far. Gylo Schwabel Graze. Very cool. That doesn't say what series it's from, does it? Doesn't, sadly. Just that it's a Gaia horn, apparently. Shiko Sugai. Doesn't ring a bell. Galbaldi Beta. GINN Long Range Reconnaissance Type. That's really cool. Amida's Hyakuren. Yo! Okay. It's the boy. It's Char Aznable himself. It's an uncommon. Okay. Turning point of history. He is certainly a historic figure. Dominion? Maybe. Earth Alliance. Yeah. That's a warship, right? Guadan. Yes, that's a Xeon ship, I do believe. And that is a rare. So you guaranteed at least 1 rare, and I think the next one could be an SR or something different. I believe we just have another rare, and then oh, Hyakushiki! Hell yeah! Okay, cool. So that's the one that Quattro pilots in Zeta, a completely different man to Char. And then I think we have like a resource card at the end. Very cool. Right, cool. I'll put that to the side. As I said, I don't actually know what I'm looking for in this set. I've opened a fair amount of the Digimon card game, and I think rarities and cards work a little bit similar in that. So we'll just see if we come across anything that's cool. Ooh, Barbatos! Hell yeah! I haven't watched Iron-Blooded Orphans, but like Barbatos has an incredible design. White Wolf, Wolf a Knuckle, sure. Wits So, Familial Devotion, nope. Chalia Bull, oh yeah, no, hang on, no, am I thinking of someone else who was part of the EDF government? The Earth government, sorry, in Zeta. Kikaroga, MA model, GQ, no. Hyokari, no, but it looks cool. That one looks a lot stronger. Is that Witcher Mercury? Maybe? I don't know. Okay, turning point of history again. I'll take that in like a parallel or something. That would be cool. Got Xavier Oliviette. Very cool. Oh, we got a Tallgeese. So that is the first rare. Very nice. Tallgeese are really cool. I need to get a kit actually of a Tallgeese. I don't have any yet. And our other rare is Momentary Respite. Yay! I don't know who she is as well, but the art style looks a little bit Witcher Mercury. And we've got another resource. So the resources are, even though, oh wait, no, it is the same. Okay, I know like a few sets have the setup is the same, but the mobile suit is different. But they're all kind of in the same style. So unless you have them next to each other, some of them, the heads especially, and a lot of main Gundam units do look kind of similar. Galio Baudun, him again, Shaliabo. Hammerhead, oh, that's a base, okay. Gundam Age 1 normal. I do have Age on Blu-ray, I believe. Oh, Gooks. I don't know how to pronounce it. I heard it once, I haven't seen it. Yo, gun cannon, okay, GQ. So that's Gooks as well, probably, right? GQ, is that what it stands for? It's cool to see the gun cannon, though. Gundam Farakt. Got Calamity Gundam. That's really cool. We have Daughtress Weapon. Sailor's Light Type Gun Cannon. Okay, Sailor. This might be from Double Z. I haven't seen Double Z yet, but yeah, Sailor Mass. It's very cool. Ooh, Decisive Last Resort. That is a rare. Very nice. That's a command. Can we get another rare? Okay, it is. Dramatic Turnabout. Don't recognise that fella. And okay, same resource again. That is fine. I don't know if you can get like hollow resources or something, or like special resources. I've not looked that deeply into the Gundam card game. I know for a little while everyone's kind of going wild for it, but that was a few years ago. Oh, Delta Plus Wave Rider model. Very cool. Mawa! Oh, Mawa! Yeah, from Zeta. Mawa Farrow. Absolute legend. She was really cool. I really liked Mawa. I won't say any more. Jarzaum sleeves. Kikiroga. I think we've had that before. Oh, it's a Hyzak. Hell yeah. Hyzaks are cool. Desil Galette. Do not. She might be from Gooks as well, to be fair. Hyakurai again. We've got Gundam Age 1 Titus. Okay. Ooh, Gundam Heavy Arms. Hell yeah. That is very cool. Gundam Leopard. We have Flit Asuno, who is maybe from Dukes, but again, I've not actually seen it. I was going to go see the first like 2 or 3 episodes have turned into a movie. They were showing them at a cinema, but I just completely forgot. Hey! We got an LR. We did indeed get an LR limited rare, and it is Gundam Epion. Yo, that is cool. That is like, oh, it's got a texture and everything. I am going to put that in a sleeve, and we have a different resource. Hey, there we are. I knew I wasn't. Oh, it's Kublai. Hell yeah. Okay, I thought I recognised the face. I love Kublai. It is my favourite suit from Zeta. I genuinely consider sleeving this as well, just cause I love it. Just to prove how much I do love Kublai, that is my high grade that I built a while ago. Really cool kit. It was kind of my dream kit to build. There's like a red and yellow Kublai I saw in the Gundam store. I think it was master grade. I almost bought it, but I built this like a couple months ago. I love it. I don't think there is any higher grade version of regular, as in like a higher than higher grade. You know what I mean. Anyway, let's get on to the next stuff. Alright, so I think I got a legend rare as well, for those that are interested, which is the highest rarity actually. So I don't know why. I thought there were like different levels of rarity after rare, like super and stuff, but apparently it just goes common, uncommon, rare, and then legend rare. And there are 3 tokens and 10 resources to collect. Yeah, right, on to the next thing, which are these Demon Slayer mystery boxes. So I realised after buying them, I don't actually know what company makes these, or if they're official. So I did buy it from a gaming store, but like the sellotape looks a little bit kind of slapdash. I don't know. It's, and I like realised there was no there's no company marking on them. So I saw a similar thing from My Hero Academia. They were called like desktop buddies or something. in another shop about a week or two ago, but I bought these quite recently because I was like, oh wow, these are £5. That's actually quite good, like for the scale of them. And I don't really have much Demon Slayer merch, to be honest. But looking at them, I don't think these are official. Not that that really stops me, to be honest, but they're kind of cool. So we've got 6 to collect. There is Tanjiro, Nezuko, Zenitsu, Inosuke, and then we have Gyu and Rui. Rui was the ghost, I believe, that kind of like trained him on the mountain. There's a chance these are both going to be Tanjiro, but I don't think they will be. If so, though, I will give one to friend of the show. Okay, it is Zenitsu. Okay, well, if I get 2 of the same whatever, I will give the other one to friend of the channel and friend IRL, Dan. Let's have a look. Honestly, that's pretty good. Okay, I don't know why I doubted this. I mean, like, so the one thing I do like about these proportions, actually, is that they're not, it's not super chibi. It reminded me almost, in a very abstract way, of the Scott Pilgrim comics. In that, like, it's kind of cute, but the proportions look more human-like. Whereas chibis are kind of like huge heads, tiny bodies. These have kind of like, I think it's accentuated hands and feet, maybe? But I don't know. They look pretty cool. I almost bought the My Hero Academia ones, because I am currently watching... Is it season 7 is the penultimate one? It's the one before the last season, basically. So I'm watching that at the moment. Let's see who's... Yes! Oh, and it's Nezuko! Absolutely. Okay, cool. So, I didn't actually discuss who I wanted out of all of them. Nezuko was pretty high up there, because she is incredibly cute. That is... Yeah, see what I mean? Like, the hands are quite detailed and quite big as well, as are the feet. It's kind of... It's a more subtle chibi. Okay. I think this is bootleg. Looking at the hair, it's hard to say exactly, but like the paint, I've handled enough bootleg statues over the years to know that this is kind of like slightly shoddy paint. This isn't no like blind box manufacturer is going to have paint quite this bad. So this is, I'm 90% sure, a bootleg. Yeah, I just tried looking at the bottom in case there was like a maker's mark, but the box doesn't say anything. But honestly, if it focuses... Oh dear, I've just noticed a slight problem. Nezuko doesn't stand. Okay, BRB. Okay, she stands on a very, very, very specific angle like that. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty happy with them. I think for £5 each, these actually weren't bad. That will teach me to be slightly more diligent with things, because I'm sure there would have been a manufacturer's name or something. But they're not bad, and I'm glad I have a Nezuko, like, something. Because I like Demon Slayer, but not enough, I think, that I'm going to go in on many of the statues or anything. Right, I'll add that to the back, and we'll get on to the last batch of stuff. Okay, so the last things I have here are gachapons. So as I mentioned, I went to the Bandai Namco store. So I'm going to open this first because I've literally seen what's in it. But I'm not going to explain gachapons to you. But I got quite excited because when we were in the Bandai store recently, I saw they had a Pixel Digimon kind of keychain thing. So I excitedly got enough coins for 2. And then went to the machine and saw that it said out of order, and I just hadn't noticed. I was like, well, that sucks. So I was like, well, I've got 4 credits now, because this was 2 credits rather than 3. And most machines took 3 credits. So I was like, I need to find a machine that takes 2 credits and not 3, because otherwise I'll just end up with 1 and I'll have to like buy more or whatever. So that sucks. So I bought some other stuff that I found for 2 credits. We went upstairs and then I saw a Digimon Pixel machine that wasn't out of order. But I'd already spent like money on the other one, so I only got 1. And I picked it up and immediately saw where it was. So I'm going to open it now. You can probably tell. what Digimon it is, but let's free him. Okay, so I was going to actually show you guys the lineup for all 4. Oh, sorry, for all 6, but that is not the case. Actually, it just has the names. Thankfully, I can read Kana, so that says Agumon, Gabumon, Bimon, which is Vmon, Tailmon or Teirumon, which is actually Gatomon over here. I don't know why they didn't call her Tailmon, actually. Girumon and Teriamon. So it's basically Guilmon, Teriamon. Obviously, for those of you who are Digimon fans, you'll be able to tell I got Vmon, who... Now, I love Teriamon. I really, really wanted Teriamon. Oh, we've even got... That's really cool. That's the Digimon Adventure 2 kind of like logo. That's really cool. You know, I might buy more of these if I see them again. But Teriamon's my favourite, and absolutely gutted. When I went upstairs and saw the Digimon machine, I was paying basically with my card on the machine to get more coins. And as I did that, a guy in front of me went to that machine. He drew a gacha, and then he said to his friend who was with him, "Oh, I got the one with the long ears," and then walked off. And if I wasn't busy getting my coins, I would have maybe offered to trade him, but I was too late. So he got Teriamon, and I really wanted Teriamon. So hey. Being as it's kind of okay, Nezuko, Nezuko's just dropped. Okay, whatever. So the thing that I did spend my tokens on downstairs in the gacha place before I realised there was actually another Digimon thing. I might have accidentally kind of spoiled it a little bit there. But this thankfully took 2 tokens as well. Oh my god, wow, okay, so we're not getting previews of any of them. And also, I can't read kanji, so a lot of this is going to be... I'll just explain what it is, basically. This is Gundam X Miku Anniversary Special Project. There are 15 to collect. They're Gundam Miku, kind of like things. So let's take a look to see if I recognise any of them. I don't recognise the specific character she's meant to be, but her hair clips are the RX-78's shield. I'm not going to open it out of the bag because it is just sort of a clip, basically. This doesn't explain which one it is, but that is very cute. She is very cute. I love the colours. I might hang these up somewhere. I've got quite a few hangy kind of things now, so I do need to think up a way to display them. If you have any at home, like dangler things, let me know how you display them. I know some people put them on bags and stuff, but guarantee I put it on a bag and like a week later it's going to get destroyed. Ah, no, a second one. Okay, that's very cute. So maybe this isn't a character she's cosplaying as, but she is holding a harrow. I'm incredibly happy with that, and that looks a little bit... No, that's not Exia, is it? It's the shoulders from one of the Gundam. So I guess maybe this is RX-78. She's kind of dressed like Amuro, isn't she, actually? I think her holding the mic threw me off, because I was like, oh, there's probably an idol, but I'm thinking of Robotech. Oh, Macross, sorry. Macross obviously had Minmay, the idol. So maybe, yeah, she does look a bit like Amuro, actually. So yeah, this is maybe Amuro Miku. It's not 00, it's not Exia. I don't know what... Is that Age, maybe? Is that Gundam Age? Anyway, she's got a harrow, and that is adorable. I'm very happy I have these. Yeah, weirdly, these were only like 2 each. So... my last few are going to be ones from my previous trip. As I mentioned, I went to see the Death Note musical, which is when I bought all the Digimon and the Miku ones. And then the previous time, when I went to see My Chemical Romance, I also went there. And I got Kamen Rider Waiting for You. So, if you remember, or if you watched rather, my video from when I went to Japan last year... I saw a gacha for what I thought looked like Kamen Rider and did actually turn out. So basically it's a lineup of 4 different Kamen Rider and they're all like sitting down. And I thought it was really cute and they were quite cheap. And these ones are quite cheap as well. So I got Gotchard, who is kind of like a blue one with orange eyes. Let's see. Ooh, I got a different one. Thank God. Okay, I was slightly concerned that I'd end up with the same one. I'll go and get my Gotchard in a second. He's really cool. He doesn't ring a bell. So I love Kamen Rider, but I am far from an expert on it. I've seen like a few series, but I love that they're like sitting down and stuff. And obviously I love Kamen Rider designs. They're pretty much universally cool. I just haven't got around to seeing a lot of series. I've seen 01. I'm watching the newer series that I can't remember the name of. I'll put the title here, but he's the kind of spy. I keep wanting to call it Zexel, but it's clearly Zets. Kamen Rider Zets. I'm currently... Let's go! Okay, I have 3 out of 4. That's incredible. Ooh, I love the Kitsune design of this one. That's really cool. I'll go and get Gotchard for a second, and I'll look up the names of these ones. Okay, so I looked it up. So that is Gotchard, as I mentioned. So this is Kamen Rider Gav. I don't know what series he's from, but very cool. I love the eyes, like the reflective, like bug eyes. And this is Kamen Rider Geats, or Geats. Again, I'm more aware of that. I've definitely heard of Geats before, but I have... Maybe I've heard of Gav, but I don't know. Honestly, though, I'm incredibly happy. I've got 3 out of 4 of... I think this is Series 3 of the Machiboke, or I think it means, like, Waiting for You series. It's just really cute, but I'm thoroughly pleased with myself because I was fully expecting... Because both of the eggs are the same colour, some series, kind of like some gacha series, will... denote where you get via the colour of the egg. So I was a little bit concerned. It's like, oh no, I got doubles. But yeah, I got 3 out of 4. That's really cool. I might look online and like get other ones or whatever, especially from series I've seen, because like Amazons would be incredible. Black Sun I did watch, I quite liked. So the last one is a Chainsaw Man thing. I'm going to try and get the banner out. Okay, so it is Chainsaw Man, Denji, Reize, Makima, Beam, and Bomb. So Beam obviously is the shark dude, and Bomb is Bomb Devil, technically, I think she's known as. So I've recently started reading the Chainsaw Man manga. I haven't actually watched the anime yet. I know the Reize Arc movie is apparently really good. I will get around to like watching it, but I mean... I've read past that in the manga. I've just finished the sort of... The arc after the Bomb Devil arc, basically. I don't want to spoil it. Oh, okay, sorry. I kind of saw this off camera. We have Wow. We have Makima. She comes on like a stand and everything. That's kind of cool. Right, I'm going to open it up. She is very cute. Look at that smile. Look at that demeanour. Look at the fact that Makima probably has insane powers that just have not been revealed yet. At least not where I am in the manga. I'm very happy with that. Genuinely, what kind of sold me on this is Beam. I haven't seen much Beam merch, and I love him. He's just sort of a dumb shark man. Honestly, I'm really enjoying Chainsaw Man. 10 out of 10. I would recommend... If you're looking for a manga to read, or an anime, and obviously if you like dark things, it is quite a dark series. Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. Right, well that about wraps everything up. It has been a cornucopia of different things. Let me just get all the... Hey, there you go. Okay, that's a better shot of all the gacha stuff. And all the things I've bought. Thank you guys very much for watching. This has been a decently big video. But yeah, I just kind of decided to open everything up all at once because it's my birthday soon, so I sort of saw this as a birthday celebration, as a gift from myself to myself. Thank you, me. You're welcome. Right, I'll leave a playlist on the side for my other ImminentHauls videos. and I'll leave YouTube decide something else. I've noticed my camera's on the squint, but it's too late now because it's time to say goodbye.